everybody doing today? Welcome to another edition of The Road Show. Today we're going to look at hood ornaments. That's right. You know, there's some great hood ornaments out there. Probably Mac is probably one of the most standards, but there's a lot of ones and guys are customizing it and it looks great. I saw a bunch up at some of the shows we've been at this summer, so I thought I would share that with you today. And we're going to play some songs like that one with Toby Keith, Big Old Truck. And here we go, another one by Tim McGraw. This is called Truck Yeah. Let's get into it. So today we're talking about hood ornaments, and they were actually very popular in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. With many automakers, they were making them there. They also served to differentiate cars and the ornaments that were inspired by animals, mythological figures, and the automaker logos. And we see that, and we're going to show you some of that here on today's show as we talk about it as well. So let's get on to another one. This one is how people think about their trucks. Here's Red Sylvania Little Phantom 309. That's a good one from Red Sylvine, Phantom 309. Let's start with the hood ornaments for the cars, because that's actually where it started. It didn't start with the trucks. It started with the cars, and it went way back. Like, I mean, if you remember back in the 40s and 50s and stuff, they had some really cool hood ornaments on the car. Especially the Chevy had nice ones there, and it was a way of actually kind of like a mascot for your car. And I think a lot of truck drivers have gotten that. They were stylish, with winged goddesses, graceful birds. We're going to show you some of that. We've got some here. And it was artfully displayed. The 1955 Chevy Bel Air was probably one of the most populars. And in those days, people, of course, the cars were beautiful. Our cars are boring today. They're absolutely boring today. The 50s were glory days for a lot of things, and the Bel Air was one of them as well. So, hey, you know what? I think one movie that probably shows off all of the best cars, the car hoods, so we'll just play this one for them, and it's called American Pie.
A long, long time ago.
So now, I think probably the most iconic of the truck ornaments is the one for Mac. All right, and Mac, that one started in 1932. Alfred Fellows Masuri, Mac's chief engineer, carved the first bulldog hood ornament out of a bar of soap while recuperating from a surgery. I hope he got paid well for that bar of soap. Now, did you know that there's two versions of the Mac hood ornament? Highway Transport Mac trucks have two signature bulldog hood ornaments, and only true highway experts know the difference between them, and those of us that read from the radio. If you have a gold one, a gold bulldog ornament indicates that the vehicle is 100% Mac. They didn't put a Kenworth wheel in there or anything like that, whereas a silver bulldog ornament indicates it is. Wow, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Well, you know what? Let's, now, the meaning of it, British soldiers dubbed the truck the Bulldog Mac. Its pugnacious, blunt-nosed hood, jowl-like front crossmember, coupled with its incredible durability, reminded the soldiers of the tenacious qualities of their country's mascot, the English Bulldog. So that's where so it actually came from Britain, although I don't think they make Macs in Britain at all. And then the hood ornament represents it's called a mascot or a car mascot, but it's crafted, symbolizes the car company. It's like a badge of honor, right? Kenworth has one, Pete has one, they all have one. Located on the front center of the hood. So let's play a couple songs to do with the Mac. I like this one here, Little Pink Mac. Show today, we've gone through some of the car ones, we've gone through the Dodge ones, we've gone through the Mac ones, and now, unfortunately, Kenworth builds theirs into the grill. So I haven't seen a lot of Kenworths with custom ornaments. Peterbilt, I think, is known for their custom ornaments, and that's what we're going to talk a little bit about here. So the Peterbilt ones, of course, the logo is their oval that's on the front of the truck, but then the hood ornament is the winged. It's like they call it a winged bird, is what they are, bird-style hood ornament for the conventional. Now that's the problem. Things with cab overs that we had, there was no hood ornaments. So I think that's one thing about Ken, and they've been using that since 1965. They've been using that. Now the 389 Swan hood ornament and base is a practical and stylish addition to the truck, made from chrome, and adds a touch of elegance to the vehicle. Now, one thing I liked here was why did the Peterbilt be named Peterbilt? That's right. According to information out there, the name of Peterbilt derived from a line of wood doors that was produced in one of Peterman's lumber facilities. It didn't even start as a vehicle. What the heck was that? Anyway, there were some cool ones. I was up at the Skillix Truck Show back in August, and of course they had some great ones. Of course, now I used to have when I had my Peterbilt, it had the regular ornament on it, but the hoods were so heavy. If you had the long nose Pete, you actually couldn't pull them up. You would take your back out trying to open it. There was a hydraulic switch that you put that up, and it brought the hood up to about probably about a 30-degree angle, I guess, and that way you were able to pull it the rest of the way. So I think the functionality of the Swan is what started it, and then of course now guys are changing it. If you saw the Joker truck, he's got a Joker hood emblem. That's great. There's a couple that have the girls on there. Swans are big. I like the duck. I'm going to show you one here with the duck, and it's got the cigarette in his mouth. That one's cool. So it's pretty cool to see what guys and gals are putting on. Peterbilt is known as the custom truck, and so that's why they do that. Now, Tony Justice even named his truck. I don't know if you remember his Pete that he had. He named it Purgatory. That's right. There's a whole story behind that. Let me play the song for you right now. Here's Truck named Purgatory. So there you go. That's the history of the hood ornament. I mean, there's really only Peterbilts that change them. So anyway, it's cool to see some of them. So I wanted to. I remember at Skillix they had a whole bunch of them there, and I went. I think if you remember that movie, the one with Sylvester Stallone. Oh, geez, I forget the name of it, where he wins the Volvo. Remember the Volvos back in that day? Those were the first ones. He won that, and the one thing he took off his old truck was the hood ornament, and they put it on. I think it was a Swan, if I got that right. But anyway, that's kind of what the ornaments. I mean, you stare at it all day long, right? So it's pretty good. So big thank you to Bison for sponsoring today's show. Big thank you to 905 Game Zone for joining us online and making some great comments. Yeah, the balloon thing didn't last long, but. It was okay. It looked good. Anyway, we're going to go out here with a little from the Road Hammers. This one's called Giver. And thanks for joining the Road Show, and we'll check you guys out later. If you didn't see what happened at the tailgate party at Big Rigs, go check out our YouTube channel for some of that. All right, my friends, let's go. Here we go.